Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, presented by Draco Breach. Last time, we completed the Desert Palace and collected the power gloves there, allowing us to lift stones now. Not all stones, but we'll get to that in a minute. And there's actually an enemy in the desert that I haven't shown off, the Geldmen. They're pretty inconsequential, let's be honest, but they exist. And it's time to move on. I swear the cacti in the desert are the most dangerous things. But anyway, with these gloves, there's actually quite a bit open to us, including spending our money. Okay, nope, did not. But before we start making some financial decisions for Link, let's find out what might be hidden from us. And one is another nice thief. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live in it. He's actually talking about a place that we've been before, which is the cave with the ice rod. Now, all of those pots contained blue rupees. And this is a farming spot, because they all refill. I don't need any more because I'm already at cap, but just keep that in mind, because that was 10 pots with 5 rupees each. Now this guy, interesting, he's called a hoarder. Because of course you walk down. Anyway, if you pick up the rock that makes up his shell, he will start throwing out 1 green rupees. 1 rupees. He's supposed to get to the point where he'll drop it's either a blue or a red rupee, I can't remember. And the thing is, either I'm too slow picking up the green rupees or something, but I have not seen him drop a bigger denomination. You know, take that as you may. Oh, well, alright. What is up with my luck today? Both on my test file and just now, they dropped a heart, which is kind of funny. Now, yeah, I need to learn to be less reckless around these jellies, chews, whatever they're called. But yeah, I got the same gremlin, and he gave me a heart both times, which is kind of funny. Anyway, this rock right here actually does hide another secret, and that is another nice thief. You can earn a lot of rupees by defeating enemies. It's the secret of my success. And this one's not quite as profitable. And again, if you leave and re-enter, it respawns. Now this one is only 20 rupees, so it's not quite as good as the previous cave. So if you are really needing to grind for whatever reason, and I will be showing you a reason to grind today, then you know where to go. I'm not going to go out of my way to grind right now for more rupees, even though, like I said, I'm going to show you a reason that you might want to, grind today, but it's not necessary, and you don't need what you can get by grinding out rupees right now. So take that as you may. Okay, I'm actually to the point where I might actually want to, I want to visit. Which one is this? Is this a fairy fountain or, well, which fairy fountain? I knew this was a fairy fountain, and I couldn't remember if it was one that I could pick up fairies, or if it's the one where the fairy just refills your life and goes away. But anyway, that's not terribly important right now. Hopefully I'm not so reckless that I need a fairy, but yeah, that's entirely possible with some of the things that I might be, some of the places and some of the enemies that I will be seeing today. Because behind the witch's hut is the source of Lake Hylia. And there's a very, very good reason for going this way right now. Because this is the earliest that you can get what's over here, as you can tell by the fact that you had to lift a rock to get up here. Now, yeah, you could leave the desert palace as soon as you get a dungeon item, but you know, what's the fun in that? Anyway, we have entered Zora's domain. And as you can tell, there are Zoras here, a lot of them. I'm going to be taking the correct path. All the other paths basically just lead to dead ends, and there's not really much point to wasting your time going the wrong way. No. Zoras are annoying for several reasons. They can kind of pop out at random, and they shoot fireballs that your shield cannot deflect. Anyway, right here. What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I want the flippers. But I don't just give away flippers for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. What do you do? Pay 500 rupees. I mean, I have 999, and it's really easy to reach the cap, so no loss. One pair of flippers coming up. I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool, dive into it. You never know where you'll surface. And those whirlpools, mildly important. If you know where the whirlpools lead, you can cut traveling time to certain places significantly, and in general, increase where you're going. Now, you might have noticed this earlier, but we're getting a new piece of heart. Today's episode will not give us 4 pieces of heart, unfortunately, but that's not always necessary. Next up, we're actually going to be visiting a familiar place. But first, we have to go to a place that we passed by, but didn't quite go. I knew that was going to happen, but didn't quite go to. And I'll show you the reason why going to it earlier is not a good idea, or is not even necessary, is better to say. Yeah, I can't go that way. But first things first. Just to tell you that this tree right here is a fairy. So if you need a fairy, there's one for you. Did I? I did not. Yeah, you're gonna. I don't know why I thought I collected a fairy. Not a big deal. Spoiler alert, we'll be getting to a place with fairies today, so not a big deal. You are nothing. Nope, you are apples. Free health refill. Not as much as a fairy, but free health refill. Anyway, the graveyard. The reason we did not go here last time, when we passed it the first time, is because, first of all, those red knights are actually kind of difficult. They take several hits, but more importantly, there's nothing you can really do. These Poes pop out, and you can defeat them. They're a pain, with how many hits they take and kind of their awkward movement. And that's all that you could get to at first. But now that we have those gloves, we can move those 2 rocks, push this, and oops, we fell. This is a place that we want to be. You'll notice it looks familiar. The map to this dungeon will not be on screen right now because we're not spending that long here. And all we need to do is bomb these 2 places. I'm bombing them both at once because they actually... Yep, that's my bomb. They actually lead to the same room. And... yeah, we're going to get a bottle refill. So it was better to go ahead and spend as many bombs as we needed. But most important chest is this one right here because it contains 300 rupees. And why is that important, you might ask? Well, we'll find out in a moment. More than a moment, but it's a thing. And we do want rupees for what I am doing today. In fact, technically we want more rupees than I'm going to have, but the amount of rupees that I currently have is a very, very good boon. But we step in here. You should follow the marks the Elder made on your map when you explore. If you don't know what to do next, you can also visit a fortune teller. We don't need no fortune teller. I know where I'm going. If you defeat the wizard, the soldiers may regain their sanity. Go, seek the pendants. So yeah, that's kind of our goal right now, is returning sanity to the realm of Hyrule. Primarily because, for some odd reason, the soldiers have gone berserk and just, attack Link on sight. And they think that Link kidnapped their princess. Now, admittedly, he did take her from the castle, so hard to argue, but they put her in the dungeon. So, yeah, not much of a leg to stand on. But anyway, we're going down here because there is actually something to do down here now. It used to be a dead end, now it's not. Jump in the lake, jump out of the lake. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I think you can make a song out of it that, yeah, whatever. Anyway, once you're in the water, you can press A, B, or Y to kind of do a breaststroke and add a little bit of speed to Link's travel. But anyway, go under the bridge. This is a very important item to get. Yo, Link, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. And you, sir, thank you for the magic bottle. You can store an item inside and then use it later. I don't think he has anything else to say. Yeah, he doesn't have anything else to say. He just goes to sleep and doesn't wake up again. He's not dead. He has bubbles coming out of his nose. Classic Japanese trope for somebody being asleep, but he won't talk to you again. That's just the way. I skipped something. I absolutely skipped something. I'll get it in a minute. I'll go down here first. I knew this would happen. There's a lot going on, and actually that will come in handy. That normally doesn't, but this will come in handy this time. Anyway, in here, throw some rupees in and your wishes will surely come true. Throw a few, 20 rupees. Happiness increased 20 rupees. In total, your happiness is 20. You became happier by 1 step. For your reference, today you will have a little luck. A little luck does absolutely nothing. Go down here, hang out for a second, go back up. always throw in the highest amount you can. Blah, blah, blah. Happiness 40, blah, blah, blah. Big trouble. This is the worst luck that you can have. For the next, I believe, it's either 8 or 10 enemies. They will drop nothing. So, yeah, you don't really want to see that luck. Next will be... $60 happiness. A little luck, which, as we said before, does nothing. Unfortunately, yeah, you actually... you actually have to do this. The investment is worth it. It doesn't really seem that way. Wow, I am getting terrible luck on this file. At this point in my test, I hadn't run across big trouble yet. And this is why we're here. You can carry more bombs or more arrows. And you know something nice that's going to happen right here? When we go back up here, it's no longer 5 and 20, it's 25 or 50. And for every 100 rupees, and I will show this, total happiness is 50, you will have good luck. Good luck, like a little luck, does absolutely nothing. Will we get to see the 4th luck stat and arrows? Cool. Your maximum carry capacity, and this can only be increased with this fairy whose name is Venus, is 50 and 70, and she increases it by 5 every time you throw in 50 rupees, except for the last batch where she increases it from 40 to 50 and from 60 to 70. Wow, what is with my luck? I want to show one more luck stat if at all possible. But, yeah. This is the way it's going to go. I am going to cut until I'm done, or she gives me the final luck stat, because I actually want to show the fountain giving me that luck. And just one more second here. Big trouble. Nope, I'm not having any luck. Anyway, see you in just a moment. And here is the final luck stat. Great luck will have every enemy drop an item for the next, it's either 8 or 10 enemies. So yeah, that's kind of the stat that you want to see when you're in the fairy fountain. So it might be worth it to throw in a few rupees to try to get great luck. It's not really important. What's more important is the reward for 100 rupees. Anyway, back in a moment. And with that, I have increased my total bomb capacity to 30 and my total arrow capacity to 50, which means that as soon as I have 400 more rupees, I can maximize my capacity for both. So for now, let's leave. And let's get the item. Whoa. I said that this whirlpool was actually going to be useful. And I mean it. It's actually going to be useful. It's going to be faster to go this way than to go north. And you'll notice this brings us back to Zora's domain. And yes, this is actually closer to where I want to be, because where I want to be is not here. I was getting excited for no good reason. Oh no. This isn't too bad. I think you can kind of guess what I'm trying to do. Really? Go away. But, yeah. I made a bit of a mistake exiting Zora's domain because there's actually something that I wanted to do further up. I'm trying to remember wait, I think it was exactly where it was, wasn't it? Was it here? Don't tell me I wasted a lot of time there. But anyway, walk in here. Mysterious pond, won't you throw something in? Throw in an item. Be careful, because as soon as you say throw in an item, it brings up this menu, and once you select an item, you're going to throw it in. First, we're going to throw in the boomerang. And there's only specific items that this fountain will accept. Hello there, did you drop this? Yes. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. And we get the upgraded magical boomerang, which is faster and flies further. I don't think you can just wait a second. Oh, nope, you can. And this time we want to throw in, believe it or not, our shield. And this is why I wanted to come here before everything else that I did. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. And Venus and this fairy are friends. I don't remember this fairy's name. I might have to look it up. Your shield is improved, and now you can defend yourself against fireballs, and it has a noticeable difference on Link's sprite, going from the fighter's shield to the magical shield. And whether you are swimming or whether you are facing down Zoras like this, just pings off. Fireballs are no longer a concern, as long as you are not swinging your sword. Because, at that point, your shield's out of the way, and yeah, they can strike you, and why go that way? But I am going to continue the episode, because I want the entire next episode to be the next dungeon. So, yeah, this episode is going to be a little long because of that. Hopefully nobody minds, but that's the way the cookie crumbles in this particular case with the specific agenda going through Hyrule and then, of course, forgetting where I was. Really? Go away. Okay, so from the fortune teller's wow, something is just in my throat tonight. From the fortune teller's house, go north. See all these annoying things. There's actually a place that I want to go right quick just to get some dialogue. It doesn't net you anything right now. Yeah, I want to show you this tree. If I can do this. Bees. That's a bee tree. Really? I don't think any of these trees have anything, so there's nothing really to worry about here. There's nothing you can do with the tree that they're sawing, but if you talk to them, yo, Link, a mysterious fog has recently fallen over the forest. We have to be careful. Maybe it's nothing, but this tree feels kind of strange as we cut it. Yeah, keep their words in mind. Now there's nothing really in the woodcutter's house. You can get some quick hearts if you need them. Otherwise, yeah, nothing much. There's nothing at all in this cave. You can come in here, you get the fairy fountain music, You get the water where the fairies usually are. There's no fairies, and oh, hello, you can't get it right now. So that's one reason I didn't really come here before, because not only did I not have a reason to, but there's nothing to get. And since I'm coming up here anyway to climb Death Mountain, you know, why not? Danger! Do not enter Death Mountain without the king's permission. Well, guess what? I just entered without the king's permission. Anyway, there's a lot of dead ends here. If you follow a path to a dead end, what you'll be met with is not only a lot of enemies that you don't need to face if you go the right way, but also a dead end. You cannot proceed past that. Unless you know how to do a certain speedrunner's trick, which I do not. Actually, that's... No. The correct way is that way. I don't know who you are, but if you are going to go up the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... And he'll kind of give you hints on how to get out of here. Watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. The way you want to go is this way, at which point he will interrupt you again. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he is trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. And I believe, yeah, that's it from him, at least for now. And once you exit, you are introduced to dead rocks who turn into statues when you hit them, and falling boulders that are annoying to try to avoid. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I await for that day. These are dangerous times. I talked too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. And we get the magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. The text is kind of interesting because, yeah, it doesn't do anything yet. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here anytime. And he restores your life, which is very nice. Now, you can avoid quite a bit of what's outside by continuing this path. I believe this is, yeah, that's just 1 rupee. But, yeah, you can follow the cave that he's in, and eventually leave. And this is a little further along the path, and you can simply continue over this way towards a bridge leading up. This cave leads to the path back to Kakariko Village, and you can take that if you need to go back to Kakariko Village right now, but not important right now. Once you're up here, the rocks will stop, and actually, pay attention to that heart. We'll see it in a moment, but it kind of looks like you're not going to see it. It seems impossible to get. Anyway, yeah, another heart. So we're going to get that today, but down here is a fairy fountain. And that is full fairies. So, once we have those, what we can do is unfortunately just leave the mountain. Leave here and climb the mountain again. This part does require a bit of scaling up and down the mountain, but it doesn't take long, and the reward I personally think is worth it because it does eventually increase your life. Because going down here, you can see that we are now below that path with the stairs that very obviously lead to our prize, which will be another piece of heart. Link, it is I, Sarasala. You must somehow make your way to the top of Spectacle Rock. From there, you can reach the Tower of Hera on top of Death Mountain. That seems kind of interesting. Now, Spectacle Rock is the rock that we've passed 2 times now, and we're about to pass for a 3rd time. Yeah, those mini Molduras are kind of annoying, but fortunately, Pegasus Boots just run past them. They really can't do much. And wow, only saw 1 boulder that time. That is very nice. But anyway, this time we're actually... This, by the way, this is Spectacle Rock. We actually walked past it now and... Well, this is kind of unusual. What does this do? It takes you to the Dark World, where for some odd reason... Whoops. I was trying to show something and it doesn't go the way I want. What I'm trying to show is we can't do anything. I'm pressing the item button and I'm not using the net. I'm pressing the action button and I'm not picking up the plant. These are things that I should be able to do, but I can't. Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I am always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the Moon Pearl, you can keep your original shape here. What do you want? Do you have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the gold power of gold, but now I'm a freak and I can't go back to the real world. If only I had the Moon Pearl from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got good reason to be stressed out, so back off. Shoo, shoo. And yeah, he's gonna continue to bully the ball, but you can use the magic mirror that the old man gave you and, piece of heart. And we're on top of Spectacle Rock. There's actually something that I want to show before we go into the Tower of Hera, which, like I said, will be next episode. But if we go over here, can't read it. It's kind of similar to what was in front of the palace of the Desert Palace. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of ether. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting, don't you think? Anyway, that will be it for today. For the time being, this will be Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.